Okay, I'm going to do a little session on gun shyness. I just had a nice guy call me and told me his whole story about the dog liked birds, like water, took it hunting, about a 1.5-year-old dog, and the dog was sensitive enough to run back to the side by side at the field. So anyhow, just want to briefly say that, you have to condition the dog to the gun, but his mistake he made was that he had thrown a bird in training and frozen dove and then shot the gun. And I said, what the dog has to associate is the flight of the bird, just like if you were hunting. In training, it has to associate the flight of the bird with the gun. And so that's why I use the Zinger Winger, because you put a shotgun primer, 209 primer in it, and it simulates the flight and the gun together so that they understand it, and it's off at a distance, at least 50 yards, beyond gun range, 40 yards. So it's starting them off right, but then if a dog becomes gun shy, then you have to break it. And I told him the way I broke it was to start behind the house and put the dog on the force table, snapped up, and where I can see him around the corner, and shoot the blank primer and watch him. If he flinches, then I repeat it until he gets acclimated to the sound at a distance. Then I gradually move up. Next day I move up behind a tree or something like that, shoot it behind my back, and watch him and see if he flinches or not. If the dog doesn't flinch as you step forward and get closer and closer, then that's what you want to do. You want to recondition him to the sound. That's correcting behavior, bad behavior, which is usually caused by the owner of the dog. Dogs aren't born gun shy; they're made gun shy. So you have to use good judgment. So the reconditioning is part of it, and the flight of the bird and the shot. If you do that first, you usually don't have any trouble with them. Some dogs are more sensitive. If you got a sensitive dog from maybe not such good breeding, then you have to deal with that, and you deal with it from the beginning as a puppy.